What is up, everybody? It's been a week, but we're back. Welcome to the Unrelated Sports Podcast. I'm Andy McConnell. With me is the guy I don't think he's freezing anymore. I don't see icicles.
Nope,
It's Cody
not
Allstat.
cold here. But I do want to congratulate you on celebrating Gay Pride Month. Your shirt is proving it to me.
Would you like to explain to our audio listeners of what's going on?
Andy is wearing a rainbow flag T-shirt right now. It says some stuff and a number 24 on it. Kendrick Motorsports. I don't know. It's got a strawberry douche Chevy Monte Carlo on it, or is that the Lumina? That's a Lumina.
I think this is actually the Lumina. In all honesty,
Yep.
It doesn't say, but just judge by the
Right
it
there.
does say
It
Lumina.
says right there.
Sorry, it does say Lumina. My bad.
It's Chevy Lumina with
yeah.
Hefe Gordon wrote on it.
Rainbow Warrior 24, Jeff Gordon. It's racing season, Cody. It's time. I'm excited.
I don't know why you would be, but
Daytona 500's in 19 days. So,
all right. Super Bowl is in
12.
12. Okay.
Yeah. 12 days. So look at us doing math. We're good. So, Cody, how are we?
I'm doing
After
good.
A week apart.
Yeah, we had a little we had a little technical difficulties next week that was brought on by Mother Nature, which brings me to a very early segment of Pest of the Week, brought to you by Decora Pest Control.
This might be our earliest, I think, Pest of the Week ever.
Definitely. Last week I had to miss because Andy and I had just started recording, and my furnace went down. And I'm going to say Mother Nature is it was cold. It's my Pest of the Week. And yeah. This week's Pest of the Week is brought to you by Decora Pest Control, where they offer monthly and quarterly services for residential and commercial pest control for earwigs, cockroaches, ants, bedbugs, bees, fleas, box elder bugs, mice, and rats. He also offers termite inspection. Give Cass a call at 563-419-3251 and tell him the boys at Unrelated Sports Podcast sent you.
That's us.
That is us.
Just in case if anybody was wondering.
Yeah, and I got to see where mice would like to hang out because, down in the furnace room at our house, that'd be perfect conditions for them. I didn't see any, so that was good.
Hey, so what was the root cause of the problem? Just a part failure, or?
Yeah, pretty much. It's old and musty down there, so parts rust, and it hasn't run right in years, but you don't want to replace it, especially when I'm renting.
now, question for you: what is worse, your heat going out during the winter or the AC going out during the summer?
I'm going to say the heat going out anytime because, pipes can burst. Getting cold, I can deal with hot. Now my wife might differ, especially as she's 7 months pregnant right now. Being 90 some degrees, 100 degrees in our house would probably be pretty miserable. But yeah, the issues that come along with a frozen house are probably worse.
Okay, that part makes sense. If it was just dealing with either the heat or the cold, you can
throw on more blankets, whatever.
Yeah, you can only cool down so much, but
yeah, the issues with the house being cold though are much greater.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So aside from trying not to freeze, how's everything else going?
Everything's going good. I did get in trouble. I found out we do have some listeners in Ames, Iowa. I got in trouble this weekend for a segment I had about a year ago talking about the great city of Ames and how much I love it.
Lames.
And how much I love denim blankets. Quilts also. We had a Christmas with close close family friends, and the matriarch of that family let it known. Her name is Lori Vanderwall. She is a oh no, she's the Bears fan. I think her husband's the Packers fan. Oh god, I might get those mixed up.
Oh, whatever one's the Packers fan is a better one. We don't like Bears fans around here.
They're fantastic. She gave such great gifts to my daughter too. Oh my god, and to Aiden actually too. They're both obsessed with them already.
Okay, well that's good. That's nice.
Yeah, it was a good weekend and good food. She makes the best handballs I've ever had, and I don't want my mom to hear that, but my mom makes some pretty good ones. But Lori, your handballs were fantastic. We haven't had those in a couple of years, but God, those were good.
Are you just trying to anger people like left and right by now you made me saying that your mom's handballs weren't as good. Like, you're just trying to.
I know.
Anger everybody.
I'm painting myself in a corner here.
Oh,
I do need to give a shout out to my wife's birthday today too.
There we go. That's how you get the brownie points right there.
That's the one I need the points from too. It is her golden birthday. So
happy birthday, Courtney.
28.
Yeah.
It was a good day.
No, that's good. That is very good. So you were talking about Ames or Lames. Did you happen to hear what happened to them in Arizona last night for the men's basketball team?
I might have. I didn't actually see what happened, but then I just saw a score posted, and people seemed upset.
Yeah, so they got beaten overtime at Arizona by like 8. That wasn't the problem. So the problem was there's 2.2 seconds left. I can't remember who the guy was for Iowa State that was at the free throw line. He was shooting 2. So they're up 2. He misses the first one, makes the second one. You're up 3 with 2.2 seconds left. It takes a miracle for the game to get in overtime, and Caleb Love delivered that miracle. He basically sucked for 39 minutes and 58 seconds, and then he chucked a 3/4 court shot in nothing but nylon.
Oh.
Yeah, so that as soon as that happens, you know you're basically dead, because especially at
momentum
when you're on the road, the home team has all momentum, the crowd's into it, and then it's over from there. So
that sucks.
That was bad. The Iowa basketball team sucks. Fran McCaffrey needs to go. They play with no heart. They don't know how to play what's this thing called, defense. It's kind of important in sports. I don't know if you know that or not.
I have seen that Iowa's gotten like 90-some scored against them many times this year, which isn't good in college basketball.
No, and
the NBA.
Yeah. So that's not good. Let's see. I also watched Indiana basketball lose really pathetically against Maryland over the weekend.
Nice.
Kind of similar scenario where they're up 2 with like 15 seconds left, had a chance to foul a guy because they had a foul to give. They didn't. Maryland then passed the ball, made a 3. They're just bad. They're just really bad. Yeah. The only good part for me for college basketball, UNI plays Drake tomorrow night.
Oh, that's
very
fun.
Big game in the Missouri Valley, so that'll be fun. 6:00 on ESPN Plus for anybody wondering. But
okay. Let's see. I got a couple updates. Let's see. Wrexham played today. They're still going into today. They were sitting 3rd on their table. Came off a big draw last week, actually. To the number 2 team on their table. Yeah, they didn't do so good today. They lost 3-2.
Still only one goal difference.
Yeah, it's not good. It was their first home loss since March of 24.
Holy cow!
So that wasn't what you wanted to see. So I mean, it's still a lot of season left, but they're gonna have to play pretty well to get that promotion.
Because you said it's top 2, right?
Top 2 get automatic, and I'm
yeah.
not sure if it's 3 or 4 get promoted, but there's a playoff for the next 2 spots. So
okay, I remember you saying that. I really need to watch Ted Lasso again. I really want to.
Yeah, it's a great show. Do you ever watch Wrexham? Welcome to Wrexham.
So
it's a good watch.
Because what's it on?
FX. They have the movies.
Okay, I got you.
FX has the movies. And then a little wrestling update. There's Iowa wrestled against Ohio State this last week. They won 24-13, losing 3 matches, and one of those that they lost, they didn't have their starter in. So they won They won 7 of 10 matches. Probably if they have their starting lineup, they win 8. They're ranked number 2. Ohio State was ranked number 4. So I mean there's a pretty big difference between number 2 and number 4. Oklahoma State is number 3. They wrestled
They beat UNI.
UNI. Yep.
Yeah.
They wrestled UNI and won. And that was a very close duel, actually. I don't remember what it came down to, but it was very close. I mean, it was like 7 or 8 points, but you flip one match and that's a lot closer too. And Oklahoma State had one upset that won. I think it was 57? No. Might have been 65, maybe.
Okay.
57 or 65. No, Cody Chittum's at 57. 65 is... No, that's Iowa State. It might have been 57. I think it was. Yeah, Downey got beat by whoever Ohio State or Oklahoma State has. Anyway, good duel. David Taylor's going to have Oklahoma State as a top 3 school for the next 30 years. I mean, he's going to be very good for them. Iowa, number 1, Penn State wrestles number 2, Iowa this Friday in Penn State. And then Sunday, Iowa wrestles Maryland. So that should be some good matches. This is only the 4th or 5th time that Iowa and Penn State have wrestled as 1 and 2, which is crazy. But
wow, do you think Iowa has a chance to upset them?
Slim. I think they're gonna have to pull a couple upsets, which. Iowa has 9 guys ranked right now in the top 25. I think, actually, the only one that's not in the top 10 or 11 is Ryder Block at 41, and he's 18th in certain polls, and he's not ranked in other ones, so it depends. Penn State has every guy ranked, and I think their lowest ranked guy is 7 or 8.
Okay.
And everybody else is 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a lot of number 1s versus 2s, or 1 versus 4, 2 versus 3, going on this duel.
Okay.
It's gonna be slim margins.
So it'll be like a true heavyweight fight, no pun intended.
Oh yeah. No, for sure. Heavyweight's a weight that we would have to pull an upset, but it's going to be very tough. You're going against Ben Keeter, would be wrestling against the defending national champ, but he's ranked number 2 right now because a guy by the name of Gable Steveson is back in college wrestling, and he has the number 1 seed overall.
Okay, I gotcha.
So it'll be a really fun duel.
Nate, question for you. Did you watch any of the TGL last night, the golf league between Tiger and Rory? That was probably the first night where I got to truly just sit down and watch. It was good.
Is it fun to watch?
It was fun last night partly because it's Tiger and Rory, but both the rest of the team, the rest of their team, was really into it because it was Tiger, Kevin Kisner, and Tom Kim, and I love Tom Kim.
I do like
he's
Tom
moving
Kim.
into my top 5 of favorite golfers. Yeah. And then for Rory's team, it was Rory, Adam Scott, and Keegan Bradley and his absolutely gorgeous mustache.
I'll have to look that up.
It's a pretty sweet. He should not shave that mustache. That's what he should be wearing as captain of the Ryder Cup, or when he captains the Ryder Cup.
All right.
Yeah, it looks pretty sweet. But no, it was fun. Tom Kim was playing to the crowd all night, like really playing to the crowd. Yeah, even Tiger and Rory were having some fun. Yeah, and then Tiger's team actually won. They didn't win their first week, so.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it was interesting. I mean, again, it's not really like serious golf. It is, but it isn't serious golf. But there's some aspects that are fun, like having a shot clock is kind of nice. Tiger got a shot clock violation.
Did he really?
Yeah, on a putt.
Oh.
Because you have 40 seconds. I don't know when they actually start it. Like it's when you mark your ball or do whatever. But yeah, he didn't get his putt off, so they lost the hole.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that just a stroke?
Yeah, I think it basically is just a stroke. But like I said, Tom Kim was a star. He was fun.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'll have to try to watch a couple here and there.
Yeah, and like I said, last night was the first episode that I truly got to, or first match that I actually got to really watch. So, but it was, it's different, some different, but it's just a fun different, basically.
Yeah.
So, let's see, we covered golf. Do you have an NBA update for us, sir?
Oh, yeah, the NBA is stupid.
Okay, there's Cody's NBA update. I'm watching hockey right now on my phone. Dallas is playing in Vegas. We're now 2-1 at the end of one. I hate Vegas.
Okay.
So much.
Yeah.
And
I guess I don't even know what's happened. I haven't paid any attention to the Panthers the last couple weeks.
I think they're still second in their division, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, other than that. Oh, and did I mention NASCAR's back this weekend? The Clash at Bowman Gray. Sunday night, 7 o'clock on Fox. You must really be tired. That's like the second time you dozed off today.
Yeah. Both times the word.
I don't think there's any correlation.
Actually, I was gonna say, I didn't mention this. I was gonna mention this last week, but I have a little racing update.
You have a racing update. Wow.
The Lucas Oil Late Model Series, local. Lucas Oil Late Model Series is a traveling series, and they were racing in Georgia a couple weeks ago, and
before it snowed.
Yeah, not a classmate, a guy I went to high school with. He was a grade above me. Tyler Bruning. He won his first ever Lucas Oil Late Model Series race, so that was pretty cool to see. I just watched highlights of it, but I remember actually in high school when he went away for a few days to go to like a or maybe a week or two to go to like a late or a racing school. Like I remember, and so his parents own Bruning Rock product.
Okay.
And so they had a little bit of cash. He had one of their original trucks, and he had redone it, and it was this really pretty. I think it was like a 1500, like a Chevy Silverado 1500, like an older one. Anyway, I remember riding to like horticulture class.
Okay.
Or not? Was it horticulture? We did like landscaping for a couple teachers and stuff, or people. Anyway, we were doing some. I rode out with him somewhere, and the dude was driving down Venaheim Road backwards, like gunning it.
Oh my gosh!
And he had complete control of what he was doing. I had no fear, and like I can remember because our teacher. I'm not going to shout out names on that, but he was behind us or in front of us, just watching and laughing.
That's awesome.
Because I would look forward and I saw the teacher.
It's part high school stupidity. I mean, we've
Yeah.
all either done it or been with people that have done it.
Yep.
Or just heard stories of people that have done it. But yeah, it's just high school stories. That's
It was funny. I vividly remember it though.
That's pretty sweet though, because I mean that he was able to win because you're racing with guys from all over the country. So it's,
Yeah.
no, that's pretty sweet. So look at you giving a little racing update. Thank you.
I do what I do.
Don't worry, I'll give my NASCAR update next week.
Can't wait.
I know you
can't wait.
I know you're excited. But I guess one thing that I can't wait. Do you want to talk about football?
Thought you'd never ask.
Okay. So before we dive into the NFL, should we touch on the college football national title game? Because we didn't really get it. Did we really?
Oh, yeah. We didn't.
Yeah. Notre Dame had a good first drive.
They did. That was fun.
Riley Leonard is still sore, by the way. I think he's at the Senior Bowl or whatever they're doing, and yeah, he's still sore.
I bet he got rocked.
Yeah, over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ohio State.
Yeah, they're kind of good.
Took it to him.
Yeah, I mean they let him back into the game, but then Ohio State threw it to 4, and that put the game on ice because he's good.
He is very good, and he's only a freshman.
True freshman. He'll still be in college for 2 more years.
Yeah, that's insane.
Nuts. Yeah, but I mean, I didn't care who won. I mean, I did, but I didn't because I had some money on the game. But it's just I hate Ohio State, but I wanted the Big Ten to win too.
Yeah,
it's just like, yeah.
It was football.
Yeah,
I mean, it's sad to see it. It's sad to see it end because that means, I mean, there's one NFL game. There's one football game left for a year. Not quite the year.
There's 2.
Oh, okay. Andy, do you want to give me a Pro Bowl update?
And that is your Pro Bowl update.
It's stupid.
Yeah. That game's killed. It's just done. Just give us a toilet bowl. That's all we ask for. Just give us a toilet bowl. Actually, no, they can't do that because coaches are already fired and everything. So
that's also very true.
Yeah.
But new coaches are there and they have reason to play for.
That's true. Or you could, I don't know, just give the people a week off. Give all the players who are going into the Super Bowl and then just give everybody else just a week off. Maybe that's asking too much. I don't know. Like all the people that didn't make the Super Bowl, you just use this week to hype up the Super Bowl. That's all they're going to do anyway.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about the Pro Bowl.
It's not a game. I mean, well, there's not even a game anymore. 2-hand touch,
yeah,
or flag, whatever.
Yeah, and I mean, like the showcase of the whole weekend is dodgeball. It's not even the game; it's dodgeball. That's all people watch for. But so that's the Pro Bowl coming up. Let's see, what did we have over the weekend? Oh yeah, we had a couple games, Cody.
There was a couple of games. The NFC East showdown.
Yeah, the NFC East Championship game, basically.
Yeah. Between
the Commanders and the Eagles. Washington started the game off with a long drive.
Yeah, well, like, how many plays was it? 16?
Yeah, 16, 18. Something in the ballpark. They went for it on 4th down like 3 times. And then they end up having to settle for a field goal because they were going to face a 4th and 5. And at that point, just take points, get on the board. And there's only one problem. Saquon Barkley's on the other side. And
Barkley is kind of good. Did you see who was it? Not Stephen A. Smith. I saw. God, what's the
Skip
Bayless? Did you see his thing about?
I didn't see it, but I saw a comment. I saw like a headline about it. And
he's like he's past his prime. He doesn't scare me. As a Cowboys fan, like I don't care if he's there.
So you're telling me that Saquon did not bring Skip much joy? That's what you're saying.
If you know, you know.
I had to go there. Yeah, I think he was a little wrong on that one because my gosh, like if you're Philly, I know you have to. I know you want to. Yeah, I know you want to throw the ball because of your wideouts, but why? Like, just hand the ball to 26.
7. I mean, there's 7 rushing touchdowns in that game.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
So Washington, like they were in the game until they decided to keep fumbling the ball away over and over again.
3 times to be exact.
They had more fumbles and about the same amount of offsides that they had when they tried to stop the tush push.
That was pretty funny.
Okay, after the second time it was funny, but then after the fourth time or whatever, it was just like, that's getting ridiculous.
Yeah, when they're
like, and then Sean Hockley comes on the mic and saying, we have warned Washington that another offsides will result in what an unsportsmanlike conduct, and then we could just award Philadelphia a touchdown, which that's exactly what you want to hear to people who don't think the games are fixed or anything.
Yeah, I will say, I was kind of a hater of Tony Romo. Like, I liked Tony Romo announcing until was he announcing that game or was he in the other one?
No, he was the other one. He was the AFC game. Tommy
was that
AFC game.
Yeah, Tommy's not getting any better.
No, I mean maybe a little bit better in spots, but he's not Greg. He's not Greg Olsen.
No, Greg Olsen's the best commentator out there right now.
Yeah, like he's past Romo and everything. No.
Yeah, and I will say, like, I think Romo was the best, and then he fell way off. It's like they tried to hold him back too much something.
I'd heard that,
and
I think had some talks with him.
I think that they're letting him be again, and he's better. I think he's getting back to he's a great announcer.
Yeah, of why people loved him, like coming out of off the field into the booth. Now, just one thing back on the tush push. They have to end that play soon, right? Like, just
it's got to.
Especially the way Philly, it's an illegal formation every time they line up.
Is it?
Yeah. Well, I think the guards are basically in line with the center. The center, and this was even when Jason Kelce was there. The ball is basically at his waist, and he moves it ahead half a yard anyway. So they basically have a running head start, and it's just the whole way that they line up. It's not. Yeah. It's not smart.
I was actually surprised it didn't get ended last year.
Yeah. Well, I think like if Buffalo would have made theirs, like every time that they tried it, in the AFC title game, then I think maybe they would have had a better case. But now since they didn't make it, the NFL is going to be like, hey, see, it only
KC can stop it. Yeah.
Yeah. But also that's because Buffalo runs it out of illegal formation.
Makes a difference.
Yeah. Which, like when Washington, when that guy was trying, whoever number 4 is, when he was trying to time the snap and just kept jumping over and over the pile. I mean, that you have to try something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least, but they're not just giving it to him.
Yeah. But then, by the third time, you're just, I mean, even if you're not guessing, you're out of gas already. Like mentally, you're just out of gas. So, and hey, Jalen Hurts looked good. I will say, he actually looked pretty good.
He did very good.
Jalen Carter's a menace.
Yep.
He's really good. And then shout out to Cooper DeJean, who shares a birthday with Saquon Barkley, and their birthday is Super Bowl Sunday.
That's awesome. Get to play in the Super Bowl on your birthday.
And he gets the task of trying to stop Xavier Worthy. Because Kansas City beat Buffalo. I don't know if you hear that or not.
So, it's Kansas City has a chance to, beat the same 2 teams in their 4 Super Bowl wins if they get them. Mm-hmm.
Yep, and become the first team to ever win 3 consecutive Super Bowls.
Three-peat, yes.
It won't be the first NFL 3-peat because the Packers did win the last NFL championship before they won the first 2 Super Bowls.
Okay.
So and then they did it again in the third, or before that in the 30s. So just an FYI, a 3-peat has been done before.
Okay, there was like 12 teams in the NFL at that time, or the Pro Football.
In the 30s, I will give you. In the 60s, it was more. They were like mid-20s.
Whatever. They didn't have athletes.
What? So you're part of that group who thinks that we're all plumbers and like...
No. I'm saying in that time, no professional sports had real athletes.
What, in the 60s?
Yes.
Okay, we're going to agree to disagree, but okay.
Like, I'm in the thing that, like, Babe Ruth, yes, he was a great player, but he ain't... Once there was a lot more African Americans, he's not doing what he did.
going to agree to disagree on that, Cody. They were still no, just stop. Just full stop. Just stop.
You see Babe Ruth hitting a slider from Cy Young. I mean,
well, they were. Actually
he was hitting heat.
They were during the same.
They were doing the same pitches, but they weren't.
Yeah, it wasn't like 105 coming at you.
Yeah.
Okay, I might concede. I'll give you that point at least. But I don't know. There were still some real athletic achievements, though. I mean, heck, Max McGee caught 2 touchdowns in the Super Bowl hungover in Super Bowl I.
Well, that tells you all you need to know, because nobody could do that now.
Actually, somebody probably doesn't now. I mean, didn't Josh Gordon basically play every game high? So
that was a pain relaxer or something. He said, right?
Okay,
pain killer.
Okay, that's true.
And he never made it to a Super Bowl.
Valid point. So, I'm trying to think how I want to word this. If Kansas City wins the Super Bowl, is Mahomes the second greatest quarterback of all time?
Yes. With a legitimate argument to be number one.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's good. Him and Andy Reid are good. Also, having Steve Spagnuolo as your defensive coordinator, very good.
Also helps, yes.
Now, I do have one question for you. Of all these teams that had all these head coaching openings, why didn't you try to poach that guy? I mean, I know Spagnuolo had a rough stint in St. Louis the first time he was there, but also anybody was going to suck in St. Louis at that point. But wouldn't you think you want to get him out of Kansas City to, I don't know, break up the band a little bit?
That's a good point. And you give all these other guys more opportunities. Why not him?
Yeah, like nothing against Aaron Glenn, the Lions coordinator. I know he did a great job in Detroit with all that he had to deal with this past year. But
yeah,
wouldn't you think if they wanted to hire Spags, that'd be a good thing to do?
Yeah. 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 Like, I mean, look, there's a lot of good coaches that have been fired before as head coaches and then come to. I mean, that wasn't Andy Reid fired from the team he's
Philly?
playing?
Yes, he was.
To be fair, like Dan Campbell was, I don't know if he was really fired, but he wasn't given an opportunity to come back to Miami. Why are you giving like some and then he's been learning from one of the greatest coaches of all time in the meantime.
Yep.
Like you look at Green Bay does that with quarterbacks. They let them learn under their predecessor, and then they do fantastic. Some coaches can do the same thing. Like you're gonna learn. I mean, look in the college football world right now. Like one of the best coaches in there, you have to argue is Sarkisian. Like he failed before as a head coach, but learned under
some that was
Saban.
His own doing, but yeah.
Yes, learned under the greatest college football coach of all time, and now he's become top 5 coach in college football right now.
Yep.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, that part just surprises me. Why? I mean, and who knows? Maybe Spagnuolo said, "Nah, I just want to stay here and
that's true.
Just keep winning." I mean, no, that hasn't come out. None of that has come out at all. But
right. I wonder if it would, because Ben Johnson, it came out with the year before. Like he was getting offers the year before, and he's like, "Nah, I wanna run it back."
That's true, but the thing is, you never hear of that even Spagnuolo's getting any offers at all.
No,
that's the interesting thing.
That could also just be the organization too, keeping more of a tight lip.
Yeah, that makes sense. So the reason I'm bringing up Spagnuolo, he knows when to pull the right levers of when to blitz. Like, I don't know, he did at the end of the game.
Yeah. That was good. Except for it could have not worked. Because
Dalton Kincaid
Allen
had a chance to catch that ball.
Yeah.
Like, and I will say, all the people that are saying that Josh Allen should have thrown it back to Shakir,
It's a lot easier to say that when you have nobody rushing your face like he did. He was
Yeah, especially
all
from your
out,
blind
just
side.
to get that off was incredible.
I know.
And he
Yeah, he has
threw
a little,
it
he
to a
has a
guy
hand
with a
cannon.
shot.
Yeah, and then just Kincaid just missed it. He missed time basically when to put his arms out.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of what it was. But then I mean that happens, and Buffalo still has Kansas City third down, and then or maybe it was second down, second or third down, one of the two, and
I
they
think
just
it,
run a little mesh. They run mesh, just a little mesh
yeah.
concept to their third string running back. Who does that to their third string running back? And Samaje P. Ryan.
It's pretty fun to do that type of stuff when you have a guy by the name of Patrick Mahomes in the
Yeah,
backfield, though.
yeah, that is true. Like his rushing touchdown that he had, where I'm surprised Kelsey didn't get a taunting penalty because he stood over Damar Hamlin.
He definitely could have.
And I mean, Hamlin did nothing wrong. Mahomes could have just ran straight to the pylon and scored easily. And instead, he decided he was going to try to mow over Damar Hamlin, and Hamlin then shoved him to the ground. It's like, oh, I saw nothing wrong with that at all.
No, I didn't. I didn't see an issue.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, it was just what a game though. I mean,
It
Josh
was. It
Allen
was
looked like he looked
Josh.
like 2019 Josh Allen, like for the first drive of that game. He was making some really, really, really testy throws.
He played really well through most of the game, though. Like
Oh yeah, after that, yeah, it was done. Like that fourth down touchdown that he had, and just even the
I
couple
hate
throws to Mac Hollins, it was
I
nuts.
hate how good he is, and I like Mac Hollins.
Did you see
Did
what
you
he
see
wore?
him? Yeah,
Yeah, he was dressed as an
Animal.
animal. Yeah, that was
That
good.
was cool.
Yeah,
Reminds me of
he's a
that
unique.
animal commercial. We do have
Oh,
animal. We do have an animal living up in the attic, and it's animal
animal.
from.
Yeah, is that Geico? I think
Yeah, I think
Geico
so.
commercial.
The
Yeah,
Geico or Progressive, one of the two.
yeah, it's one of the two.
It's
But
like
yeah,
the same. We got the house, but we have ants. Expired.
yep.
Expired.
Okay. Yep. No, no, mine. Yep. That's the exact same company. I just can't remember which one it is.
Yeah, I
But
don't either.
should we talk about the controversy at all? The biggest controversial part of the game.
The coin toss?
No, not that. Wait, what
No,
was controversial about the coin toss?
no idea.
Oh, okay. I thought there actually was some controversy. I was going like, what the heck did I miss? So what? Buffalo has or were they down or were they tied? Or when the heck did they go for it?
I don't remember. They were.
I think they were tied, and they had a fourth and like inches basically in the fourth quarter, and they run their like QB sneak, tush push, whatever you want to call it. And Josh Allen was ruled that he didn't get a first down, and it looked maybe like he did, maybe like he
It
didn't.
looked close. As
But
as
moving on,
a Buffalo hater, I'm gonna say I didn't think it was. It at the moment I didn't think it was. Looking back at it now, I think it was. But it's also like one of those you didn't have enough information. You can't see the ball well enough to tell where it is.
well,
Um,
and they also never brought out the chain game. Like that's my biggest
yeah,
gripe is, or we never saw it if they did. Like that.
that was
That's my
weird.
biggest thing because they usually bring it out for everything else. Um, because I mean, just to see how I don't know how actually short he was compared to where, and to see where the actual first down marker was at.
They were
Like,
down by they were down by 3 at the time.
oh yeah, they were okay. I gotcha.
Yep.
Um, but yeah, I don't know. And some people are saying it could be solved by putting like a chip in the ball, and that wouldn't solve anything because you don't know when forward progress is ruled
Right.
stopped. It still
Right.
comes
You
down
could
to
just
officiating like that.
yeah.
So, but poor Buffalo, they just you know what? Actually, I was watching. I think it was Scott Van Pelt's Sports Center, and he brought up a great comparison. What's going on with Buffalo and Kansas City? Well, actually, basically anybody in Kansas City. It's like early 2000s golf with everybody against Tiger Woods.
Yeah. That's a
Like
great comparison.
between Ernie Els, VJ Sane, David Duval, Davis Love, Phil, Sergio. Like you have all these guys that I mean, don't a couple of them might actually break through once or maybe even
Yeah.
twice. You never know. But in terms of them just being top dogs, it's just not going to happen. Like,
Like,
you're playing for second.
yeah. I mean, like, so this is going to be, most people aren't going to get it, but it reminds me of, just bringing that up, reminds me of Adam Kuhn at Michigan. He was a great heavyweight. He just happened to be wrestling at the same time as Kyle Snyder, one of the greatest, or like basically there's all or any college wrestler at heavyweight right now going up against Gable Steveson. This is like normal. Any other time, you probably would have been the number one wrestler at that weight, but you're going up against literally a generational talent.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
and I know, and there's nothing you can do about it except
No.
just tip your hat,
Do your
maybe
best.
just once, and maybe
Yeah,
once you'll break 3.
Adam Kuhn had a win over Kyle Snyder, but it wasn't in the Natty. He might have won a Big Ten championship over him, but
Okay, I have a question for you too, just about Buffalo. Do they need to fire Sean McDermott?
I don't think so. I think they improved a lot this year.
I think they did. I think they have to though. I think they have to move on. Personally, I just
What are they
think
going to do?
hire Steve Spagnuolo.
That's a valid point.
I mean, I just think the last how many years, like even this year, I think a lot of people thought, okay, Buffalo is the better team. Like, in all honesty, I know they beat them earlier this year and everything. Last year they had them on their home field and lost. Like, they're just so close, but they just can't. They can't kick it down, and I don't know. And it could be honestly like a Eagles thing with Andy Reid, where it's ran its course. You've gone as far as you can go. Now it's just time to start anew.
Yeah.
That or maybe stick it out one more year, hope Brian Dable gets fired from the Giants, and then bring him back. In all honesty.
Yeah, I see the point, but I don't agree. But I mean, I wouldn't be shocked to see it happen. At the same time, there's precedent there, I guess.
Like I think it's just one of those. I think maybe they wait one more year, and then if they still can't get over it, it's like a Marty Schottenheimer with San Diego. Like, he fired after a 14-2 season. I think there was some other off the field stuff going on between him and the management of the Chargers, but just, and I don't know, you can't beat them. They can't do it. No. Nobody can do it. Except maybe Philly. Maybe. We'll find out next week.
Is Andy making a pick?
No, I'm just teasing. We call it a tease in the industry, Cody.
Just so you know, everybody knows, Andy is weighing his options on this last game because maybe this is his only opportunity to get that one elusive win this season.
But see, it would be in the Super Bowl. So for me, that would just be I would have the last laugh.
I don't think you got dominated.
I don't care. It'd be the last game of the year. I would have bragging rights until
you would year. Not even
yes,
close.
I would. In my head, in my heart, I would.
You're delusional.
Yeah, I thought we've discussed this before.
Delusional.
I am. You know what's also delusional? We'll drift away from the games. Jerry Jones. Jerry's bad.
Yeah, he made a comment today.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up. Oh, what the heck was it?
Something about glory holes.
Oh, that's what. Okay, I didn't think it was that. I thought it was something else.
I thought it. I swear to God, I never saw something about glory holes.
But it wouldn't surprise me.
Maybe I was just thinking about glory holes.
So, for those who don't know, Cowboys did not renew the contract of Mike McCarthy, which I think was stupid. They instead decided to hire Brian Schottenheimer, which everywhere he's went, the offenses have not been good. Like, they have really not been good. I don't know what Jerry was thinking. I don't think anybody knows what Jerry was thinking. But yeah, so they have their introductory press conference today. And yeah, Jerry made, I don't know, he just made some weird comments, like basically he's trying to defend the move, like of why he hired him, and
Yeah.
said like he likes taking risks or something along that line, which that's exactly what you want to hear as a new head coach from your owner. Yeah, you found it yet or not yet?
Let's see. I found maybe it wasn't during that, but Jerry Jones, when asked how the reaction of Cowboy fans makes him feel, and he said, "There's a very low percentage of this that is smiles and glory holes. Very low percentage."
What's that for? Okay, did he actually say that, or did somebody make up that quote?
Yes, that is smiles and glory holes.
Oh my word!
Very low percentage.
Oh Jerry! Oh crazy Jerry!
Yeah, that's. And from what I just read, that's not his first time bringing up glory holes in public,
That does not surprise me.
which is weird.
Yeah, that does not surprise. I mean, I've heard Jerry does love fun times, but yeah. Oh, the Dallas Cowboys! You gotta love them and you gotta hate them because they just bring
They have to be quaking right now because they are solidified as the third best team in their division right now.
Yep. Because Jane Daniels, he's a dog.
He ain't going anywhere.
Dan Quinn, very good head coach.
Yes.
And then let's see. Oh yeah, the Eagles are playing in the Super Bowl again.
Yeah.
But don't worry, Dallas still has the Giants. They're bad.
They're very bad with a good coach. So
Maybe a good coach. Could be one of those either just bad coach, good coordinator type deals. We just don't know.
that's true. I do like him, but
So I'm trying to think of other coaching news. The Jags got Liam Cohen, the OC from the Bucks, and he had a very awkward Duval chant during his press conference. It was very weird.
a little cringe.
A little bit. Raiders hired Pete Carroll,
Yep.
which I will say that is probably the most stacked coaching division, just in terms of you got Carroll, you got Harbaugh, you got Reed, and you have Sean Payton. 3 Super Bowl champs and and 2 national championship coaches.
That is a point.
Yeah. I still don't know how that's going to work. Maybe Russ follows Pete to Vegas.
I don't think did him and Pete get along at the end?
I thought they did. I honestly thought
Yeah,
they
he
did. Because that's why I think
Pete Carroll was very protective of
and that's why they
of
threw
Russ.
the football in the Super Bowl against New
That's
England.
right. They wanted him to be the hero.
Yeah.
He
was.
He didn't.
Well,
He
hey,
didn't
in
end
the
up
hearts
the
of New
hero.
England fans, he is the hero.
And to Malcolm Butler's pocketbooks, he's a hero because
That
Malcolm
is true.
Butler was not a great corner, and then he turned in confidence, man. Holy cow, the confidence that gave him became known as one of the best corners in the league for a while.
I think only for like
Which
a
was
year
weird.
or two, and then he got cut from Tennessee after that. Yeah, it's just interesting. And then I think that's basically it for the coaching cycle because the Saints are still trying to figure out who they're going to hire. It's either going to be Kellen Moore or Mike McCarthy, more than likely. But
I feel bad for whoever gets it because they're hurting.
yeah, they're still paying off their cap credit card that they kicked down the road for the Drew Brees and Alvin Kamara pairing and Mike Thomas. It's not good.
Let's see. I'm surprised I haven't heard Gruden's name more.
Yeah,
Hired him.
and who knows? Maybe he's just fine with doing this thing with Barstool too. I mean,
That's
you're gonna
true.
pay probably a bunch of money to do that. You don't have to worry about getting fired because why not?
He's
You're
probably
there.
still getting paid by the Raiders too. Honestly,
I think he still is from that 10-year contract, which
Yeah.
good for him.
I
And
like
then
Gruden. I like him
Aaron
more than
Rod-
his brother.
Yeah, oh yeah, his brother's knee. And then let's see, Aaron Rodgers still isn't. He's not in the darkness yet, so that's good.
Yeah, I don't know what his future's going to hold.
I don't think it's in New York, but
No. The 49ers defense is going to get a lift.
Robert Saleh. Can I call him Benedict Arnold? I mean, he was getting all the intel from the Packers, like when he was working with them with Matt LaFleur, and now he's back in San Francisco.
I mean, I don't think that's a Benedict Arnold move. I think that's just an NFL move, man.
Yeah,
That happens all the time, but
I know. I'm just bitter. I don't like him going there.
he's
Kyle
a
Shanahan's
very
very
good
happy,
DC.
Yeah, he's a very good DC. Honestly, I still don't think he's a bad head coach. He just went to that place.
Yeah,
that you love.
New York is not a city you want to be in.
No, more so if you're kind of somewhat
Mid.
quiet and reserved. Like, in all honesty,
Yeah.
like if you listen to him compared to Aaron Glenn's like introductory press conference, which sounded like a lot like Dan Campbell's, it's a night and day difference.
I do. One of my favorite introductory press conferences I've ever seen was Adam Gase getting introduced to the Jets.
Oh, and the big bug eyes.
Drugged.
Yeah. Oh, Adam Gase. I still wonder if that thing's still true of everywhere he goes. I don't know if he's gotten fired of late or not, but everywhere he goes, the team gets better right after.
Yeah, that is. Wonder where he is. Like that.
High school, I think. In all honesty,
Yeah.
that's what I heard last time.
Which, speaking of that, like I don't know if we've ever touched on this. Teddy Bridgewater getting his he won a state championship. His
Yeah,
1
first
year
year
as a head
coaching.
dominant, and then he's going back to the NFL.
Yeah, and then he was the backup quarter. He played a snap or two. No, I think he played one snap in the playoff game against Washington. It ended in a touchdown.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because that was where Gibbs busted off like the 70-yard run or whatever. Or no, or was it Willie? It might have been JMO. I think it was Jameson Williams. That's about the one bright spot for the Lions for that day.
Yeah,
I loved it all. I thought it was. I loved it all.
I mean, I just kind of probably like me. You're bitter. I get it. I had the same thing happen on Sunday, so
yeah,
I love seeing the Bills lose.
It's just we're just division rivals. It's
what you expect.
We hate everybody from our division. I was like, you really think Giants fans are rooting for Philly right now?
No.
Or Raiders fans are rooting for the Chiefs? It's like, no.
Not many true fans.
No. But should be a very fun Super Bowl.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm excited.
It is. If it's probably on paper the second best team in both conferences playing for the Super Bowl, but in reality they're the best teams in the conferences because they made it there.
I will say, I think entering the postseason, you could argue that Philly might have been the best team in the NFC just because Detroit with all their injuries. And Kansas City was starting to kind of peak at the right time, and Buffalo had some injuries on defense too. So you could maybe make that argument, but yeah, I agree with you. So I'm excited. I am excited. I mean, we'll dive in more into it next week, but like the battles in the trenches are going to be, it's going to be a bloodbath.
Yep.
It'll be like left and right.
Who is Jason Kelsey rooting for?
I think I heard him say Philly.
You got to,
the bigger,
right?
yeah, you have to. The bigger question is, who does his wife root for? Because if Kylie gets invited to go up to the suite with Taylor, I don't know who you root for at that point.
That is a good question.
I mean, I think it's still Philly. I think that's been her MO from forever.
To be fair, Taylor Swift was a Philly fan at one time.
That is true. So she'll be happy regardless.
I don't think so.
Okay, yeah, you're probably right.
In the NFL's rigged version of it, she gets proposed to right after Kelsey catches the winning touchdown.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of want to see that happen, just because I know everybody will lose their freaking minds.
That is 100% correct.
Yeah. So So part of me's kind of rooting for that to happen. Then that'd be funny.
I'm fine
So
with that.
anything else? Anything else NFL wise you want to touch on?
Not really.
Okay. Well, Cody. So I mean, we were talking a little bit about the Super Bowl. Just I know we'll give our big preview next week, but what do you usually have at a Super Bowl party? What's one thing that's always a guarantee to have?
I'm gonna have some potato chips.
That's true. I love chips. I'm pretty sure you love chips too.
I do love chips.
So
we're in a grocery store, so
That's,
there's plenty
that's
of them
true. I do
available.
too.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I know. Oh, hey, just an FYI, there is some quick little NFL breaking news. Mike McCarthy is not going to be the Saints head coach. He removed his name from the coaching search.
Interesting.
Just an FYI. So I don't know if that means that it's Kellen Moore's job to lose then or not. But regardless, so back to what we were talking about. We're going to dive into our top 5 this week, which is our top 5 favorite kinds of chips. I love chips. I'm going to keep saying that. And just a reminder to all you current listeners or even your new listeners out there. Our top 5 is brought to you by the boys at Lick Tag Lawn Care and Snow Removal. And Lick Tag specialize in complete lawn maintenance and health, snow and ice control, and small engine repairs. For any questions that you may have, give the guys a call at 563-203-4238 and tell them that the boys at the Unrelated Sports Podcast, that's us, sent you there.
Perfect. Well, my 5th favorite, it's a toss-up, and it you know what? I could have just said Sun Chips. I like a lot of their flavors, but I'm going to go with my favorite of their, because I love their garden salsa. I love their harvest cheddar, but my favorite one is their French onion. That's my 5th favorite. Sun Chips French onion.
I'm not a Sun Chips guy.
You're-
I've never liked Sun Chips though.
I'm like, my prediction for you is going to be like Pringles original, Lay's original, Fritos corn chips.
Fritos you have
I
to
don't
have
know.
with jalapeno cheese dip. Like I can't just eat those plain.
That's probably the one thing you have that's not plain.
The jalapeno cheese dip.
Yeah.
That's fair. Number 5, I'm gonna go with the cheddar and sour cream Lay's, like the ruffled Lay's.
Okay.
Not like the the classic ones are good too, but I like the ones with a little ruffle in them.
Yeah.
The little wavy ones.
Those are good. I do enjoy. My number 4 is Cheetos Puffs. I love a Cheetos Puff. Except for all I can think of whenever I eat them is the movie Little Giants, when he pulls out the Cheetos out of his helmet, and Puffs are crunchy. Puffs, wimp.
Oh boy. Cody, you and I share the same number 4. I love Cheetos Puffs.
Nice.
And then because it's one of those where even after you eat them, you get a second taste.
You
because
get the second snack.
Yeah, you got to
You remember that? You remember that Doritos commercial where it,
Yep.
Cheese.
Yep.
All right. So we'll go with my number 3 is a baked Lay's cheddar and sour cream.
Okay.
Those, I don't know why. I remember introducing to those a couple buddies whenever we'd go out on my friend's Kurt's boat out on Lake Okoboji. We always had some of those with us because they're just fantastic.
Okay. My number 3 is just the nacho cheese Doritos. Those are the best
All right.
ones. I'm not a Cool Ranch guy. Probably
I can
unpopular
tolerate
opinion,
them,
but
I like the original more.
yeah. But yeah,
I
no,
agree with
just
you
the,
there.
yeah, I love me the nacho cheese ones. And also again, like we were just talking about with the Doritos commercials, you get the second taste. It's just
Well, speaking of the fingers, we're gonna bring me to my number 2, the nacho cheese bugles.
ooh.
I mean, my fingers are way too fat now, but I used to do the witch's fingers with those, and you got the little snack because nacho cheese ones.
So we're kind of on the same point there. I just love original bugles because of also the same reason. You just put them on. I mean,
I do like
still
the original ones.
I still do that nowadays though too, especially if you can find the ones like that have the wider, the wider
Yeah.
hole basically.
Like they're usually broken or like
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep. And you just stick them on. Oh, I love bugles so
Actually, that
much.
was one of my proudest moments as a dad is when both my kids had them on their fingers the other day. I was like,
Nice. You are winning
raised-
at parenting.
they're raised
You are
right
winning.
right there.
Yeah, you are winning at parenting. What did Courtney think about that? Did she at least like it?
She might have just sighed or scoffed.
Oh, okay. Oh well, you're still winning. That's good.
Yep, that's fine. Anyway, my number one is actually discontinued chip, but they brought back a version of them, not as good as the original, but my favorite chip of all time has and always will be the Dorito 3Ds nacho cheddar. They're very similar to I'm gonna say the nacho cheese bugles are the closest thing I can taste to them, but
I don't think I've ever had those.
they were so good.
Okay.
I had them at many a party. I remember like they had them, then they stopped. They brought them back for a while, and I bought like a couple cases of them, and they didn't last long. And then a couple years ago, they brought them back again, but they only did like spicy nacho. They weren't as good, and the flavor of them, it wasn't the same as it had been before.
Oh, it's like they changed the recipe or changed something in them.
Yeah. But oh god, those were so good.
I want some chips right now. I really do. It make me hungry.
Good.
Okay, so my number one, it's just Old Reliable. It's a wavy Lay's chip. I know that does not shock you at all, but it's Old Reliable.
You said you were going to shock me with the number one. That is the least shocking. That's the least shocking thing since you told me like that the Chiefs are going to the Super Bowl.
Maybe I was just trying to play mind games with you. Is that ever...
Hasn't worked.
Well, it did because I got you actually thinking maybe that I was going to say something else.
I did not have any expectations for you, Andy. Your food takes are awful, except for the fact that we had like multiple favorites on here, so I can't make too much.
At least I had a little variation here.
You did.
It wasn't just like plain Pringles.
There was only like
plain original Lay's.
It was only 3 of the originals.
Yeah, but I love original bugles though too. Like
they are good.
Like in all honesty, it's basically a 1A and a 1B between the Lay's original and the Bugles original. So, yeah, no, I know you're talking about Tostitos. I don't mind Tostitos, but I can't go. They're not like a go-to chip to go to.
No, I can't do it. That chip you have to have with something else. Like I like them with that AE party dip. Oh,
I like them with salsa. Like they're good with salsa too. Salsa or definitely. I think I talked about this last year, but it's the hamburger or not the hamburger cheese dip that my mom will make.
Baby poop dip. That's what we always called it. It's like Rotel Velveeta and ground beef.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's good stuff.
But usually those are going to have, especially if you have like the Tostito scoops and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good eating.
Yeah. Get to have more chips next weekend. I'm excited. I'm excited for the Super Bowl.
I am too. I'm not excited for next weekend's Pro Bowl, or this weekend's Pro Bowl.
Hey, that's why. Watch racing. We got racing on this weekend.
It's not even like regular season racing. Like regular season racing doesn't excite me. You think preseason racing is going to get me going?
It might, because they're actually racing for a win, like with no regards for anything. Like they don't care what happens to these cars. The only thing I will say, it's just one thing that kind of quote unquote grinds my gears here. NASCAR sucks at promotion. Like I think I've seen more commercials for the Indianapolis 500, which is in May, than... Oh, did we lose you?
No. You should have... you don't have a Zip and Zoobs thing because we don't have pick'ems right now.
Oh, that's true.
Throw there.
Okay.
And grind your gears.
Okay, so quick, before we wrap this podcast up, what grinds my gears, which is brought to you by Zip and Zoobs Detailing, which offers a cleaning service for your vehicle. You want to get your car detailed or make an appointment, give them a call at 563-380-9772. But, so quick little what grinds my gears. NASCAR sucks at promotion. I've seen more commercials for the Indianapolis 500, which is also on Fox, than I have for the Clash at Bowman Gray here, which is this upcoming week, and the Indy 500's in May. I mean, I know it's an apple. I know it's kind of an apples to oranges thing because the Indy 500's probably the most famous race of the in the calendar year. Like, but still,
the fact that it's this weekend, it should be in a sport that's struggling to promote. Like, they need to get the word out.
Exactly. And I mean, NASCAR has many issues that I really think I could fix. It's really, a lot of it's common sense, and they suck at common sense. But yeah, it's just a little thing. Just get better at promotion. Promote your product better. It's like what the NBA sucks at right now, because they put all their eggs into the basket of marketing LeBron, Steph, and KD, and they can't promote their new stars at all, their young stars at all.
Well, it doesn't help when, like, isn't Jimmy Butler kind of one of them, and he walked out on the team?
To an extent. I mean, he's more of a, I don't think he's more of a superstar, but he's just a star. But,
okay,
like, they can't find superstars at all. It's honestly kind of what NASCAR's ran into, too, is because if you ask anybody who's a current, or to name a current NASCAR driver, they're all going to say probably, like, Jimmy Johnson, Dale Jr., Tony Stewart, Jeff Gordon.
Yeah, I'd have a hard...
And they've all been retired for 7 years.
Yeah, I'd have a hard time naming more than, like, 5, probably.
Yeah, it's just that they have no star power at all. It's it's bad, and part of that's because of the idiotic playoff format that they have too, where you don't actually. It's hard to actually define greatness now, where it's all just kind of fluky per se. But yeah, that's my little grind my gears segment. Do you have anything that grinds your gears at all?
Buffalo fans.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
And Jets fans and Patriots fans.
So anybody from the East?
Not anybody.
But Miami.
Like one of the teams. Yeah, then the farthest southern team. Like the fact that they're the farthest south and Miami chose to be in the East, like that grinds my gears. Miami had a chance to be the Patriots. Like,
yep.
Legitimately. Not being Miami had the choice to, when it went from 3 conferences to 4, Miami had the choice. Divisions, I'm sorry. To go from 3 to 4, they asked Miami, do you want to stay in the East, or do you want to go to the AFC South with Houston, Tennessee, and Jacksonville? Or do you want to keep your current rivals and go stay with New England, the Jets, and the Bills? And Miami said, no, we want to keep those those rivalries going. And instead, Indianapolis dominated that division for a decade and a half. And Miami won 1 division title in 2008.
And all it took was Tom Brady and Brett Favre to get hurt.
And getting Chad Pennington in for the season.
That too. Before he got hurt again. Yeah. That's understandable.
That grinds my gears. And the fact that, Anyway.
We're going to have a lot of fun with this segment, I think.
We can.
This is good. This is going to be good.
Yeah.
Who gave us this idea? I apologize. I honestly forget.
Was it China?
It might have been. I think it was. It was either China or Ray. I can't remember who it was.
I don't remember talking to Ray about it. Maybe it was. Also, I do want to give a shout out to Matt Cahalan. He's an avid listener, and him and his wife Abby are announced that they're having their first baby this summer.
Oh, congratulations. That's awesome.
Yeah. They're crosstown from me here in Ridgeway, Iowa.
Oh, nice. No, that's awesome. That's what we like to hear. We like to hear good stuff like that.
Heck yeah. He's the one that, like, every once in a while I'll show you, like, he's a Snapchat of him listening to it, and he really liked my basketball segment the first time I did it.
Nice.
So
Nice. Okay. Well, Cody, anything else you want to touch on before we send her away?
Well, make sure you like, follow, subscribe, rate, review, watch, please. Tell your friends. Anything else you want?
Just one thing. Remember, fullbacks, they're people too.
Yes, they are. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Have a great week, and we will talk to you next Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah,
Peace.
what you said.